I'm obsessed with landing pages, sometimes to a kind of stupid, ridiculous level. About 4 years ago, we just started the company Unbounce, and I'm writing a lot of guest blog posts on big places like Moz, trying to get brand exposure, but also some links back to our site. And then I thought, there's a bio on all of these posts, right, which has a link back to our site. So what if I legally change my name to landing page? And I shit you not, I considered doing this. I did the research. How much will it cost? How long will it take? More importantly, how long will it take to undo it after the main kind of PR period? Can you imagine going to a party where there are no marketers trying to explain the rationale behind why you did this? It wouldn't be easy. So then I sobered up. So why am I here? This is why I'm here. I've clicked on thousands of ads, paid ads, and the common theme across the board is a terrible experience. I'm going to show you why these experiences are terrible. One of the big mistakes people make is they focus just on the click here, the click-through rate. I want people to click on my ad, and then I stop caring. The conversion's over here, but there's a gap in the middle. There's an experience gap happening there. So how do we fix this? We need to create delightful experiences. Now, what I mean by this, businesses are functional. They do something for you. A brand, on the other hand, does something for you, but it delights you along the way. You can't wait until someone becomes a customer, then they're going to experience your product, your amazing customer success team, they're going to get the delightful experience. You can't wait for that. We have to create a delightful marketing experience on the way so we get more customers. Okay, look at this page. Is this delightful? I found it. Well, how did I find it? I found it by doing this. I feel bad for this guy. He's actually a conversion rate expert, and he's positioned next to this. That's kind of unfortunate. This happens all day, every day. Imagine you have, let's just say, for the sake of argument, 3,000 people clicking on your ads every month. That's potential for 3,000 terrible experiences. And we all know that a good experience, someone will tell 3 people, a bad experience will tell 20. So you can quickly escalate these bad experiences. So our goal is conversion here, but we need to delight along the way. So how do we combine these two things? This is how we do it, and this is what I'm going to talk about today. Before I explain what CCD is, I'll say what it's not. It's not green button is better than red button. Button color is irrelevant. It's button contrast that's important. It's not short form is better than long form. Long forms are sometimes, you need that extra friction so that you're going to get a quality lead instead of some spammy, leads that aren't useful maybe to your sales team. And it's definitely not your call to action needs to be above the fold. That's just best practice garbage. Unless you test it, you can't say that this is how it should be. Okay, so it's 7 principles that if you put them into practice, they will increase your conversion rates. Let's look at some lovely marketing experiences. Okay, we'll start with B2B and then we'll go to B2C. I'm searching for project management software for my team at work. This is something I need. And here's the first ad I see. Okay, project management software. It's a perfect match. The headline is the links. I'm interested. I'm going to click on this. This is a really long page. I'm going to zoom in a little bit so you can see more. Atlassian's a great company, but this is a shitty landing experience. Why? There are 130 links on this page. That's 129 things competing with the goal of your campaign. Every marketing campaign has a single goal. Subscribe to your newsletter. Start a free trial of your software. Register for a webinar, download an ebook. There's one goal for every. That's turning it off. Okay, so here's some of the links. It's a lot longer, like you saw, so there's a lot more than that. The attention ratio is 130 to 1. So like I said, that's a 130, well, attention ratio is the ratio of the things you can do on the page, every link, every interactive element, to the number of things you should be doing. Right? So that's 129 distractions. Quick question, who brushes their teeth? Come on. There's at least 20 people here I don't want to talk to afterwards, because that's going to be a little dodgy. This is a very common, we've all done this, okay? You're brushing your teeth in the morning, and you run out of toothpaste. So now you have a mission. Your mission is to go to the supermarket and buy the exact same kind of toothpaste. Let's say this is the kind of toothpaste that I use, right? So you have a mission. This is in your mind, this is your search query is find this toothpaste. And then you get there, and you're faced with this giant wall, and you suddenly forget what you were there for. You're like, is it Crest? Is it Colgate? Is it Sensodyne? Is it white? Is it gold? Is it silver? Is it green? Or is it blue? You're like, I have no fucking clue anymore. So the chance of me getting this is really slim. You know, you're faced with the toothpaste trance. I don't really know what I want anymore. You might get some help if someone texts you a photo. But the likelihood is you're just going to give up and take the nearest thing to you. This is the equivalent of someone hitting the back button and clicking on a competitor's ad, right? You've just lost someone to a competitor. Peacocks are designed naturally to confuse you, right? It's part of the mating ritual. I don't think it's a good idea to be confusing your visitors into a conversion. That's not very nice. This, on the other hand, it's very clear. Just look at the peacock. There's no distractions around there. Okay, so what if this initial ad went to a landing page? There's the page we saw before. Now with everything stripped away, the attention ratio is 1 to 1. Here's a test. Okay, so this is a webinar recording page. So you fill in a form and you get here so you can watch the webinar. The goal of this page is to get someone to click the CTA up here. Down here are a bunch of additional resources. Who's heard of user-centered design? Okay, user-centered design is useful. Right? It's designed to give someone an experience that adds benefit to what they're doing. That's what this is here. This is extra stuff. You might enjoy. This is like Amazon. If you like this, you'll like this. That's not conversion-centered design. The attention ratio here is 6 to 1. Here's another one. Removing these links, the attention ratio is 1 to 1. And here's the result. A 42% increase in conversions just by removing those distractions. Super simple. Don't try and be helpful. Focus on the conversion. Another example, register for a webinar. There are 4 options here, 4 different dates. Just by removing one, a 78% increase in conversions, just by removing an option. Right? This is a famous experiment that was done in a supermarket. You come in and there's a stall. The first time they do it, there are 24 options that you can taste. The goal is to get someone to buy jam. In the second example, there are only 6 options. The results from this are incredible. 10 times as many people bought jam when they were only faced with these simple choices because they weren't overwhelmed. As attention ratio goes down, your conversion rates go up. This is one of the best things about a landing page. They ask a yes-no question. You're going to convert or you're not. When you send someone through to your homepage, to your website, there's a million places they can go. So you don't really know why they didn't convert. If they don't convert on your landing page, you know it's because this page is not communicating correctly. Right? So you know that you need to test that page as opposed to trying to figure out which element on your entire website is causing the problem. So let's search again. Okay, well here's an example from Google. So they invented AdWords. Surely they know how to make a good landing page. 3 magic words here. Project management software. That's what I'm looking for. Those 3 words do not appear on this page anywhere. It's a terrible experience. What they did is they broke the scent trail. The scent trail begins in your mind when you decide you want to do something. It continues when you start typing in your search. Then your ad grabs your attention, and you get through to the page, and then the trail is broken. So conversion coupling, this is the bond that exists between the pre-click experience and the post-click experience. It consists of two things, message match and design match. Okay, so let's click another ad. Help desk software is what I want this time. So number one free help desk tool. That's exactly what I searched for, free help desk software. That's great message match. Now, so let's just simplify this. Let's go back to the page from before. Here's our search query. If you put that headline in there, that's a perfect match. So what that does is it tells me that I made a good click. I'm in the right place, and this is something for me. It's like getting your foot in the door, right, of an elevator. Then you have time to spend and to be sold on what this product is. So now that you've confirmed you're in the right place, I'm going to spend time here. I'm going to read about your page. I'll play that video, and then I'll convert. That's message match. Design match is just the visual version of that. So here's an ad from the Canadian government, small business owners, and there's a hairdresser. Maybe I'm a hairdresser, so this speaks to me. I want to click on this ad, and I get here. Not only is this a disgusting page, but it's got a baker on it. Like, I'm a hairdresser, now it's a baker. It just doesn't make any sense. And look at the attention ratio. Look at all this other stuff you can do. And that's not the headline of the ad I clicked on. This is terrible. Okay, here's a bigger Facebook ad. And typically when you see these things, the copy is hard to, you're distracted by the big image. So you need to focus on this. What they're doing here is putting some big type in the image. It'd be better if it was actually inside the image so that people really read it. So clicking on this, the bald guy came with me. That's what you want. It's the same as message match. Like, now I know I'm in the right place because the bald guy's there. Here's another example. Okay, look at the comparison here. The text, the message match is 100% perfect, and so is the design match. This little guy with a sign is following me around. That's a great experience. This is what you want between your ad and your landing page, this tightly coupled experience. Your homepage is not designed for campaign traffic. We all need a website, of course, but that's brand central station. This is where people come to research and to see what you do and to explore, and then you need user-centered design to help people move around, and that's all great, but it's not good for a campaign. It can also improve your quality score, because when you stop hitting the back button, when people are clicking on your ads, your cost per click can go down. Google's seeing that this is a page that is relevant to your ad. Also the message match, so when the bots are crawling it, they see this tight correlation between the keywords and the headline, and that can also help your quality score go up. Let's have a quick look at a B2C example. So all of the boyfriends, sons, or husbands in the audience have probably had to do this search at some point. So I'm looking for next day delivery on flowers. I have urgency. I need something the next day. So this is a perfect ad. It looks like next day delivery. Then I get here. It doesn't say anywhere on here next day delivery. The closest thing is same day, but I don't want the same day. But now I'm thinking, oh, same day, that's good. Okay, I can come back tomorrow and do this. I don't need to do it today. So I come back tomorrow, but then I search again, and I click a different ad. So you've lost me. Now, this didn't communicate. It said we do next day, but now it says we don't. Award-winning flowers. I don't give a shit if you've won awards. I need flowers tomorrow. That's all I care about. Award-winning. Yeah, here's a real-world example. I was walking down the street in Montreal, where I live, the other day, and this guy comes running up to me. He's sweating, he's in a panic, and he says, "Yeah, can you help me? Can you help me?" And I stare blankly. He's like, pardon, parlez-vous anglais? I'm like, yeah, I speak English. And he says, "Okay, good. Do you know anywhere I can find some really good chicken right now?" No. I just moved here. I've got no clue. So that's the search query, right? This guy has urgency, and he's specified what he wants. So there's two ways I can deal with this. I'm the landing page. because I changed my name. So I can say, okay, go down here, 3 blocks, hang a left, a little bit, about a minute down there, there's a black sign on the right, best chicken in the city. Customer for life. Or I can say, I think there's a KFC about 9 miles on the other side of town, but it's closed. Okay, so I disrespected the urgency in his search. So never start a marketing campaign without a dedicated landing page. If you can't remember that, here's an easier way. My favorite acronym. I'll be testing you on that later on. Okay, quickly, the 3-second test that was talked about earlier. Okay, that's gone. First impressions. It's quite cleanly designed. You know, it seems kind of professional. But now we're going to talk about copy. I'm going to ask you to do something here. It's, you know, I'm going to get you to close your eyes. We're going to have a little contest here. I have 50 slotty. Did I say that right? For the person who can to get this right. So what I'm going to do, we're going to close our eyes. Well, I'm not going to read. And I'm going to pretend like I'm scanning the page. You know, we have impatient visitors. We all know that. So I'm going to skim through all the headlines, and I'm going to read it out loud, because this is what's going on in someone's brain. And then someone has to guess what the page is about. And if you do, you get 50. Okay? So everybody close your eyes now. Amplify your marketing. What you get. We've done the work for you. Relevant, up-to-date content, engaging narrated video. Sign up today. Cost-effective, sign up today. Task-exclusive brands, add-ons, get started. Success made simple, submit. Okay, open your eyes. Can anyone tell me what the purpose of this page is, what this company does? Search marketing, accounting, marketing company. Anyone? Conversion optimization. Yeah, I think they need some of that. This is what they do. They provide websites that sell financial investment items for retirees looking to make money online. I had to really dig into this page to figure that out. I'm calling bullshit on that. Oh, that's the test we were doing. I forgot to put the slide up. So I'm definitely calling bullshit. We've done that. So clarity, this is principle number 3. It's the ability to communicate really quickly to someone who's impatient. No bullshit, no acronyms. Don't make me think. So let's go back to the bald guy. Need help designing and running landing pages. Get higher conversion rates, improve results in your advertising, get started in no time, we do all the work. I need help with landing pages. That's clear, right? Not only do I have a bald guy who's friendly and matches the ad, but it's very, very clear. That's what you need to focus on. The good thing about, once you get understanding how to do attention-driven design, focusing on the areas of your page that are important, that illuminates your bad copywriting, which is kind of good. It's bad for your visitors, but it lets you think about how to write in a better way. So clarity is great, unless you're making the wrong things clear. Listen to these words: spam, gimmicks, unsolicited, nasty, third party, sell. These are stop words. Imagine you invite me over to your house to jump in your pool, go for a swim. I'm about to dip my toe in, and you scream, "Shark!" Okay? I'm not gonna want to get in there anymore. These are stop words, things that make you think about irrational things that aren't relevant to the campaign. Look at that Photoshop work. Okay, she's going the wrong way. She's doing the wrong thing here. Okay, so congruence. This is the art of aligning all the content on your page so it talks about one thing, and that has to be your campaign goal, not other brand attributes, just your campaign goal. Okay, so your call to action is very precious, and it's also very sensitive. If you put these stop words near your CTA, you're making someone think negative things right at the most important part of the experience. Here's an example from Content Verve. Here's a form. Here's a form with a standard kind of, little privacy disclaimer. 100% privacy, we will never spam you. I didn't think you were, but now I do. 18% less signups. Look at this one here. Okay, so what it says, it's hard to read. Get more done, so generic. No gimmicks, no credit card. I haven't thought the word gimmicks in a decade, but now I am. Take it away, 25% lift in conversions, just by removing these stop words. So, I'm run through a quick exercise here. Here's another page. This is the congruence test. So, you write down everything you have on your page. These are all the elements. And because we're focusing on copy, then you write everything in here. So now you're not distracted by design. You're just reading this. Now what you do, you score all of these things. You read it, and you think, is it in line with my campaign goal? In this case, that's to download a white paper. You get a 0 if it's not congruent at all. 1 if it's kind of relevant, and 2 if it's super relevant. This page got 3 out of 24. I mean, read the headline. Ocean of data instantly becomes security intelligence. It's not even a properly formed English sentence. And it says nothing about the white paper. So you can just run through this on any of your pages, write it all down, and if it's not aligned with your campaign goal, just rewrite it. Simple. Context can help. Okay, okay, this is a press release. This company has, I get alerts for the term landing pages, of course. They have added landing pages to their software. So they're doing a press release. Great. Nobody pays attention to press releases, but they have one precious link. This is all they have. So this should go to a landing page, right? Because that's what they're doing. This might be the single worst landing experience I've ever seen. This is why. That's me doing a selfie, shooting myself in the face. The attention ratio is 163 to 1, and that's when I stopped counting. That page just goes on forever, and this multi-level navigation, it's a disaster. The image slider at the top, they've been proven time and again to damage conversion rates. It takes 26 seconds to load, and I verified this on different computers, different internet speeds, and it has 0 mention of landing pages. Okay, so that's... Oh, if you do decide to sign up, I thought I'd click on a CTA somewhere. This is the form they get you to fill in. Now, here's a CAPTCHA at the bottom. We all hate CAPTCHAs. You're making me find this squiggly word and type it in because you don't want spam. I don't care if you get spam. I'm only interested in me. This one is gold. Okay, what you have to do, you have to find the first letter, figure out what color it is, and then type the color in the box here. 3 steps. And there's a big problem with this, other than the obvious big problems. So you just lost a whole bunch of people simply by putting this dumbass little game in here. Okay, so big I can't read. Conversation context. This is, you start a conversation. An ad doesn't have much context. It has a little bit. You have this conversion sent. But when you're doing a blog post or this press release or an email, you've started a conversation. It's more conversational. There's a bit of rapport going on. So here's a landing page course that I put together. And so the context is people have been receiving emails from me, a very personal email from me, and they come to the course pages. They're used to my writing style. My face is on it in the sidebar, so they're very used to having a conversation with me. So here's a subtle CTA in the top, brought to you by Unbounce, the landing page builder for marketers. So where does this go? This is where I went to begin with. This is super generic. This is our homepage message. It's just really generic. It doesn't say anything about where you came from. That's that disrespecting the click. Now, send it to this page. Now, what's good about this page is it's co-branded. So I know I came from here. I'm familiar with this, and I'm going here. It's a soft introduction. Then there's a friendly contextual welcome. How's the landing page course going? Amazing! Want to build some high-converting landing pages? Of course I do. Okay, that's great. And then there's a little message from me. So it's personalized. Talking about confidence, 99%, 77% lift by having this conversation. And this is my most consistent test. Every time I do this, it works amazingly well. Okay, how much time do I have, Dominica? Okay. Yeah. Let's stop. Okay. So this is a templates page on our website. You can come here and there are templates. Yay. But I wanted to find out something. We've seen this before, Qualaru earlier, right? So I was asking a question. What do you think of our templates? 17,000 responses. Did it for about a month. These are the overwhelmingly common questions. How much are they? Where can I download them? Can I use them in WordPress? Can't do any of that, right? They're used inside Unbounce. So the context is missing. So this is context of use. This is demonstrating, usually visually, how the product or service will be used in actuality, in reality, by your customer. Put in some diagrams here. This is where the templates live in the library, and this is where, once you go into the builder, this is how it works. Massive impact on our business, 45% lift in trial starts, just by explaining that. Okay, it also involves trust. Here's a landing page. I'm not going to go into much detail on this, except for the testimonials at the bottom here. This is for selling motorbikes, right? If you sell a motorbike, you come here. So these guys apparently have sold motorbikes. Grandmother, magician, grandmother who likes to play golf. I don't believe that at all. If they're not trustworthy, if they're not real, people will see through that, and it will damage your conversion rates. Okay, so credibility. It's a simple concept. How to use testimonials. Okay, video versus text. There's a text testimonial, there's a video one. There's more authenticity here because you can watch the person talking. 25% lift in conversions. Moving them around, right? There's me, and there's me up there. I guess putting my face closer to the ebook improves conversion rates. I don't know why. The point of all this is not, okay, let's fix this. There's a girl on her motorbike. Here's a guy in his driveway. I believe this. This guy sold his bike. I'm not sure about that strategy, but it's probably better than the other ones. Clarity versus credibility. Here, there's an explanation of the benefit of the page. I won't go into the details of the page. Here is the source of this information, told by the guy that we know increases conversions, and Chris Garrett from Wider Funnel. This one damaged conversion rates by 6%, probably because it came from an email. People already had the context. They didn't need the extra trust information. They already trust us. What they needed was the clarity, the simple bullet points that explained what it was about. The point here, though, is that they are the most. I like this one because it's ridiculous. My wife calls me the monkey man. I believe that because it's silly. It didn't even have a name on it. The point is that they're so subjective. You have to always test your testimonials because some people won't believe them, and you're better off not having them. Okay? A/B testimonials. So we're focused, we're matched, we're clear, we're aligned, we're contextual, we're credible. Are we done? Not quite. So here's an ebook download page. Okay, so you fill this in, and then you get this tiny thank you. You need to ask for something on your confirmation pages. It's really simple. You can ask for any of these things. So this is continuance. This is asking for something after the conversion. This is post-conversion marketing. Here's a webinar registration page. On the confirmation page, hey, you've registered for the webinar. That's awesome. Maybe you like our other content. You should subscribe to our blog. Out of 2,500 people that registered for the webinar, 40% of them became blog subscribers just because we asked. Right? It's just very simple. How not to do it. Okay, here's a webinar registration banner. Okay, it goes here, this giant form. If you do fill all this in, then this is this 80s design here where it says, it has a cancel button. Undo all of that hard work you just did. This is a stop button, not a stop word, and submit. Unless you're a wrestler, there's no reason to say submit on. A CTA should answer the question, I want to. I want to submit. No, it's not like S&M or... Okay, so don't do that. And this is the confirmation page. Done. I'm going to click another button to say that I'm done. Thank you very much. There is something here, but I don't know. Yeah, I'm not going to put my friend's email in there so he can get spammed, she can get spammed. Okay, so what does a delightful landing page look like? You've probably all heard of Salesforce. If you search for them and you click on the first organic link, you get their homepage. I know their business model well, what they're trying to do, because it's very complex. They want to get you to sign up for a demo. So if you click on the paid search link that comes up first, you get a landing page. Now, this is very, very focused. It has some problems. They've actually just updated it. Here's a more recent one. This is a bit more delightful. It has a little bit of context of use. It has a nice, professional-looking image. It has all the elements of a landing page. I would redesign this, though, because the first thing it says is Salesforce demo. That's too aggressive. Much too aggressive. This is the value here. So that needs to come first. Move this over. So realign this. Here's the headline. I'm interested in this. Benefit-driven statement here. Here's the software, some trust. And now it says the demo here. This is all about the demo. This is all about the product. This makes a lot more sense. And I'd take these away as well. And change the CTA. Just so there's more contrast there. Blue on blue, that's kind of silly. So that's a much more delightful experience. Okay, stay away from toothpaste and peacocks. If you do this, right, your ad is here, your page is here. All the little people can run down the bridge. You want to blow the bridge up afterwards so they can't get back. But. Okay, so who can tell me what this stands for? Well, delightful, that would be good. It's dedicated, but it should be 2 Ds in there. Double D. Okay. People will see through your testimonials if they're not real, or if they're not contextually relevant to the kind of person I am. So you need to focus on context more than anything. Don't put stop words in your CTA. Okay, we're at a conference, and then I'm going to say this example. You're at a conference or a party, and you know when you go to shake someone's hand, and they're like, oh yeah, my hand's wet. I just washed them. Now I'm thinking about the fact that you just had your hand on your... That's not what I wanted to know, okay? So I'm going to back away from you. And always test your testimonials. So that is conversion-centered design. If you use those things, it will increase your conversion rates. Thank you. And here's a landing page you can go visit. And if you want to build landing pages, there's a discount in there, but I don't mean to be overly aggressive. So yeah, thank you.